All male and female romantic relationships follow the rule of gravity, and you need to understand this rule if you want to make women attracted to you. What gravity am I talking about? Well, literal gravity is when one body of mass is attracted to a larger body of mass. The moon orbits the Earth because the Earth is larger, the Earth orbits the sun because the sun is larger and it has a greater gravitational pull, and so on. You could say that smaller bodies are attracted to larger bodies, which is why they are drawn into their orbit. In romantic relationships between men and women, in order for a woman to be attracted to you, you need to have a larger gravitational pull than she does, so that she is drawn into your orbit. If her gravitational pull is stronger than yours, and you're drawn into her orbit, then she's never going to consider you as a genuine prospect. She's not going to be attracted to you. She's not even going to see you as a real man. You basically don't exist to her. Now, the gravity that I'm talking about here obviously isn't literal. I'm not saying you need to gain 300 kilograms to actually increase your gravitational pull. This is just another way to explain the importance of frame. It's just a metaphor, like my boats and islands video. But it is very useful to think of your interactions with women in these terms of gravity and orbit. Who is setting the frame? Who is attractive? Who is being attracted? Who is being pulled into whose orbit? Who has the stronger gravitational pull? So if the gravity I'm talking about is not to do with actual mass, it's not just about having big muscles, although that wouldn't hurt. What specifically am I referring to? It means having a very strong reality, about having preferences for how you want things to be, and the confidence and the right to assert those preferences and to express those preferences to other people. In practical terms, it looks like this. Imagine a man with zero gravitational pull. He has absolutely no confidence in his right to assert his preferences. He says to the girl, "Hey, what do you want to do? I really don't mind. I've got no preference for how we spend our evening, so don't worry about me. I just want to make sure that you're happy." Maybe he thinks that by doing that, he's being a nice guy. He's being really accommodating. He's being a feminist ally, allowing her to do whatever she wants. Women hate that. I cannot understate how much contempt women have for a man like that, a man who has no preferences. He's just being feminine, submissive, accommodating. But women already have plenty of femininity. They're women, after all. They don't need any more of that from you. They want masculinity. That's what she lacks, and so that's what she wants. She wants you to be bold, to assert yourself. She wants you to have that strong gravitational pull. It's like a test that all women put men through. Unconsciously, they're all looking for this. Is this man strong enough? Is he big enough? Is he man enough to draw me into his orbit? In practical terms, it means being a real, definable person with clear preferences, unafraid to assert yourself. On our date, I would like to go to this restaurant. It's cool that you like that TV show, but that's not really my thing. I prefer this. This is the kind of life that I want to live, and in 5 years, I want to be in this place. These are my values. I don't deviate from my values, and I only associate with people who share these values. This is what I'm looking for in a woman. She needs to have these traits and these characteristics. This is a man with a clear, definable, visible presence in the world. He's not some celestial dwarf or lowly asteroid on the fringe of the solar system where nobody notices him. He is a glorious, bright star that everybody notices, that brings warmth and light to all of the planets that orbit him. This is why so many lady planets are attracted to him. They're desperate to get into his orbit so that they can receive the benefits of his protection. This is the fundamental truth of gender dynamics. The masculine needs to have that strong gravity to pull the feminine into its orbit. If her gravitational pull is stronger than yours, then you don't really exist for her, not as a real man, certainly not as a legitimate prospect. Women need to be orbiting something. That is the place of safety for the feminine. And so your job as a man is to make yourself into something worthy of being orbited. When a female planet is hurtling through space, unsafe, unsure of herself, she's looking for some safe, protective place to nestle herself into. She's not noticing all of the small planets. Her eyes are going to be fixed on those large, bright, big bodies of mass with a strong gravitational pull. That's where she wants to tuck herself in. That's where she's going to feel warm, safe, and protected. So to test your force of gravity, ask yourself this question. In conversations with women, who sets the agenda? Who's setting the frame and the pace of the conversation? Who is reacting to who, and who is working to accommodate the other person? If you find that the women that you're dating are working overtime to try and accommodate you, to fit in with your life and to fit in with your preferences, then you're good, you're golden. Great job, keep it up. But if you're constantly changing your opinions and you're rearranging your schedule to suit her, to accommodate her needs and preferences, then I'm sorry to say, but you've got no gravity, and it's only a matter of time before she moves on to somebody else. That's just the rule of gravity. And you can complain about women being unloyal or whatever, but really it's on you. You've got to make yourself into something that is worthy of being orbited. That's the only way that the feminine is going to feel safe around you, and that's your task as the masculine man. I've constantly said that women are attracted to men of masculinity, men of strength, and yet a lot of women are attracted to more feminine, creative, artistic kind of men. Does that make sense? Like, how do we reconcile this? Anyway, I made an entire video on my Patreon explaining the evolutionary psychology and all the reasons why women are attracted to men like that. Really interesting video. Highly recommend you go and check it out. Plus, look at all the other videos that you get. It's just $5 a month. It's tremendous value. I'd love to see you over there.